This past weekend, I binge watched Insatiable. This is one of the newest Netflix original comedy series, and it was savaged by critics. Really, before it came out, people are saying, "Oh, it's going to be about fat shaming." You got this gal who lost weight and now she's hot and she's out for revenge and she's going to get her way and look how good she is with the revenge body and how bad life was when she was fat and eating as she wanted. She couldn't just be well enough fat. No, we have a fat shaming series coming to Netflix. And then when it came out about a week ago, critics were savage on it. There was asinine articles. Again, keep in mind, our best and brightest are not criticizing Netflix streaming content and being paid for it by popular blogs, newspapers, and the like. So they're saying things like, oh, it was actually painful to watch. Oh, was it? Oh, were the colors flashing up on the screen in a way that gave you seizures? Or were there loud-ass noises that just bled your ears? No, there weren't. Neither of those. So this stars Debby Ryan. She's something of a mix between Lindsay Lohan and who's that like 6-year-old looking girl that was dating Justin Bieber? Selena Gomez. Oh shit, I keep forgetting her name. So she is Fatty Patty, who one day got into a bit of a fisticuffs with a homeless guy who evidently made her zip her lip with her jaw wired shut. She had to go on I think they said 7 weeks, all liquid diet, caused her to lose 70 pounds. Now she's out for revenge. People see that she could be a beauty pageant contestant and everything's going to be good for her, right? Well, this is a very bizarre series. I'm not going to say it's good. I am going to say it kind of sucks. I put 12 hours through, about 40 minutes a piece. Actually, some of them more than that. So it's not 12 hours of my duty, but it's plenty. Now, this is a weird series because it looks like an ABC single camera sitcom that's going around right now. It looks like the Goldbergs. It looks like Fresh Off the Boat. It looks like Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. It has this wholesome, bright, even lit vibe going for it. But then occasionally there's an F-bomb. There's also some weirdly dark subject matter. There's attempted murders. There ends up being a murder. There's attempt at suicide. At times it wants to pull this oddly darker storyline out, and then it's like, oh hey, let's just go back to the wiener taco and where we have hot dogs inside taco shells and trying up this comedy. Now, I never laugh at any of these Netflix original comedies, and I'm not sure if I was really the intended target audience here. Debby Ryan, who, from my understanding, is about 25, is playing a 17-year-old. She turns 18 during the course of this series. Well, the first season, and there may be a second. But I think this is really for about 17-year-old girls. Now, this takes place in Georgia. We have this other guy, I think his name's Dallas Roberts. He plays Bob, who becomes the mentor of Fatty Patty. And he takes her, shows her how to become a beauty pageant winner, and they go through a few like smaller pageants. They have to work their way up to this one, Miss Magical Jesus, which is exactly as it implies. And yeah, I'm going to get the, well, you're an anti-Semite. I'm going to flag you. You're an anti-Semite. Look, how often do we have Jews making TV shows that slam Christians? All the goddamn time. How often do we get Christians making a TV series, and that's if we want to loosely call Netflix TV, making a series that slams Jews? Never has happened. Okay? So I'm calling it how it is. So we have a creepy guy at school who's kind of got a mean streak. Oh, he's so dangerous kind of vibe. His name's Christian. He's got a pastor father played by a Jewish actor. There are some hot MILF action in this. Christine Taylor from Hey Dude recently left Ben Stiller. She's in this, bit covered up. She looks a little older, you know. Alyssa Milano, she's here. She's looking her age. But then we'll have somebody drop by. Like, we have some featured performers here. Like, this gal, Arden something, Mirren, maybe. She used to be on Mad TV. And boy, I'll tell you what, for like mid-40s, she's keeping that bod tight. Also, drop by for one episode, Robin Tunney. I only recently learned how to pronounce her name. Also in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like Alyssa Milano had mentioned. And they even bring up The Craft at one point here, and two of the people I mentioned here were in The Craft. Anyway, Robin Tunney's looking damn fine for mid-40s. And you end up with this weird-ass show where everybody is having sex with everybody else. People don't know if they're gay or not. Then they come out, and then they're not sure. And then Patty has like 12 different boyfriends. Each episode, she's dating a different guy. And it's not this revolving door like one would see in Seinfeld, where it's like, oh, hey, it's the hot chick for Jerry this week. No, it's like, okay, so what are her terms with everybody at school? Because there's a lot of characters who are regulars on the show who she keeps pissing off, and then she'll feel sorry for it, and then some of them will forgive her, but then when someone does forgive her, is she actually her good friend and will keep forgiving her, or is this going to be somebody who is still angry at her? You can never tell. And I got a little bored with that. It was who's sleeping with who this time, and I can't remember why that person would forgive this person for that. You don't feel good for Patty, but by no means is this a fat-shaming exercise. This isn't, oh, look how great things are going for her now that she got skinny. There's a lot of things brought up during the course of these episodes, talking about how she's bad on the inside. The looks are deceiving here. So I think a lot of people have picked up on this fat-shaming idea and have ran with it without really understanding the show. And of course, the paid critic shills who react to, oh, look, representation. I guess I like this. Of course, they're going to go, oh, look, a girl who loses weight and now she's a beauty pageant winner, contestant, whatever the like. This has got to be something we got to hate. Remember, we have to ride on beauty pageants now. It's objectifying women, blah, 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 and there you go. So yes, too much backstabbing. I got sick of that. But the performances were not too bad. This smoker voice Lohan meets Selena Gomez, Debby Ryan. Not real familiar with her. She might have some kind of younger fan base who maybe they're getting up there in their teens, and this might be something for them. You know, you have quite a bit of hooking up. You've got, oh hey, let's have the Christian people. They all have like threesomes and shit, premarital sex, and we're going to talk about that being kind of bad. But then, well, don't get the abortion. But then that person's evil for bringing up the idea of the abortion, and so on. Or hey, maybe the adoption thing. No, that's not the way to go. Yeah, there's a lot of let's just drum on the Bible Belt in the South and the Christians clinging to their guns. You know, there's a lot of that. But I thought that some of the younger audience here might be into maybe some of the cast. There's this one gal. Her name is Kimmy Shields. She plays Patty's best friend through thick and thin, Nomi. And I thought she was really delightful. Early on, she might have had a bigger part than she ended up with towards the end, but just this weird idea of her relationship where she's the best friend of Patty, but she secretly yearns for her. I hoped that would be played longer instead of how truncated and quick things happen here. This isn't written out like a series intended to go on several seasons. It feels like they thought, look, we've got one season in the books. What can we do here? Not a whole lot elsewhere to go. Everybody has backstabbed and turned against everybody else. I have no idea who is supposed to be getting along with who at this point, or why should they? Why should anybody believe Fatty Patty or Bob, her mentor, or any of this stuff? It's too outlandish. There was too much going on. They should have been like, look, let's say this person, Nomi, best friend of Patty, secretly yearns for her. let's not out her as gay just yet, like we're going to try to do everybody else immediately. How about we save a few things for season 2? Because by the end of this, spoilers, Patty has killed supposedly 3 people, got away with it by just wishing death on one guy, and he dropped dead right there. Bludgeoned the evil Christian with a crowbar, and then when they try to dispose of his body and by pushing the car off. By the way, if the water leads, if there's a trail leading to the water like this, like for you to dump off your boat, yeah, if you roll a car off of it, it's going to get stuck. It's not going to sink to the bottom of the lake. So yeah, if you need to get rid of a dead body, maybe not roll it off quite like this. But other things to keep in mind, she's saying, oh yeah, I might have just killed somebody else too. Kind of, sort of. Like, how do you not know? And the whole thing was she would do something, it would blow up in everybody's face, she outed her mentor as gay, and then regrets it, and then he forgives her. Like, I am sick of forgiveness, okay? If that's the way you can write your way out of a fix, then you suck as a writer. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta say, I did kind of like this Kimmy Shields. She was really delightful. Wish she kind of had a bigger part that didn't leave her with no more arc left. But, yeah, Insatiable kind of sucks. Just not for the reasons you're told.